I have a pimple! What is up, people? It is I, Sergeant 16-Bit. Wait, is my mic even working? Hang on a sec. I don't see the little orange bar going up and down. Dingleberry. Hang on, let me just do a quick mic test. I don't see the little orange bar. Okay, it's working. So, here we are again, drawing little baby Joel. Okay. Gotta get to the folder I was using. So, for those of you who have been here, like, before the stream started and was listening to the music, yeah, I'm just gonna say right now, I actually like He-Man unironically. Seriously. I mean, I've always been a sucker for these alien-like worlds, you know? That have their own lore and customs and everything. Or, otherwise, I like shows that feature an Earth similar to our own, but so different it's almost alien. Or practically is alien. You know, like Pokemon or Shaolin Showdown. Or Power Rangers, I guess. So, yeah. That's why I like He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I mean, the strange part is, it was my mom that kind of got me into it. I mean, seriously. It's like, my mom likes He-Man, so I gave the show a chance, and I ended up liking it. I mean, she collects the toys, and I've kind of instigated that habit. Gotta say, though, about the movie Secret of the Sword, He-Man and She-Ra Secret of the Sword, what? Why the heck was that released in theaters? I mean, I I'd understand it being like a primetime TV special, but a theatrical release when the animation quality isn't any better than the show? That made no sense to me when I first watched Secret of the Sword. I could only imagine how weird it must have been back in the 80s to see a movie with no better animation quality than an old Hanna-Barbera episode actually make it into theaters. It's weird, man. At least with the Transformers movie, they upped the animation quality. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine, like, if the Transformers movie from 85 had all the animation errors and reused animation frames that the TV show did? Man, oh man. Although I think I remember somebody saying that the Smurfs and the Magic Flute movie was pretty much the same in terms of its cheap animation quality. I mean, dude. It's like, we never got the Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie, yet we got He-Man and the Secret of the Sword. Also, this cheek is looking a little wonky, so I'm going to fix that. Gotta say, though, as much crap as I give Secret of the Sword, that theme song is pretty darn catchy. Pretty darn catchy song. I've got the power, I've got the power. A stranger walked into my world. When he talked, I really heard. For the honor of love, by the power above, I've got the power, I've got the power. God dang, that song is catchy. Good old 80s goodness, you know? It's actually kind of reminiscent of the Never-Ending Story theme, you know what I mean? Another movie with a catchy soundtrack. Okay, so, next frame. And, of course, the version of Secret of the Sword that I watched was actually a fan edit on YouTube. Yeah, surprised that didn't get taken down or anything. It's a fan edit that features all the scenes that were cut out of the movie, but were included in the syndicated television version. The television version that launched the She-Ra TV series. Okay, front. Alright, so here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to have separate folders for the different layers. Okay, let's see. And here's how I'm going to approach animating some of it. To maintain some level of stillness, I'm going to erase part of the eyes. Now, if you guys want to know my overall opinion of Secret of the Sword, well, as I said before, I really don't think, I mean, in terms of animation quality, I really don't think the thing warranted a theatrical release, but as far as the story goes, I liked it. I mean, I thought it was pretty sweet how He-Man reunited with the sister he never knew and such. And, well, other than that, the movie lasted a bit too long. In terms of animation quality and story, you know? Really just felt like a hour-and-a-half-minute long episode of He-Man. Nothing too cinematic about it, in my opinion. Again, comparing it to the Transformers movie, they upped the animation budget and everything. Now, some of you are probably gonna say, well, the Transformers movie came out years after that movie. Well, That only shows how much of improvement the standards of TV-based movies became whatever back then. Oh boy. Of course, I'm pretty sure even in Japan, whenever they, oh, wait a minute. That's not quite true either, because the Kamen Rider movie was simply just a few episodes of the original Kamen Rider rehashed together for the movie. The original movie, Go-Go Kamen Rider. Oh, jeez. Okay, so maybe our standards related to film weren't as high back then, but... Oh, wait, here's a good example of upping the budget for a movie. The Adam West... The... Sorry. The Adam West Batman movie. Entirely original story with, from what I can tell, a higher budget. Maybe not, who knows. Okay, maybe I'm just coming up with one bad example after another, aren't I? I don't know what the standards were for turning a TV show into a movie were back then. But in my opinion, I still don't think that Secret of the Sword warranted a theatrical release. Definitely not my pick for what would make it into theaters. But who knows, maybe the standard for movies based on TV shows were lower back then. How long do you animate? Oh, well, glad you asked, Archie 1993. Well, this particular animation has taken, well over a month to do. I mean, if you've seen my recordings for the stream up to this point, you know that getting particular frames just right takes a long time, despite how short the runtime of an animation may be. I mean, if you ever heard of this fan-made online cartoon, A Fox in Space, based on the Star Fox series, the creator mentions that the first episode took an entire year to make. So, whoops. So yeah, animation can be pretty tedious and, you know, tiring. But the thing that keeps me going is, you know, thinking about how the end product will look. You know, the big picture. Give me something to look forward to. So yeah, in short, what keeps me animating despite how long it takes is getting to see my work completed. Also, I think I screwed up on a previous frame. Was his eye moving? Erg. Okay, gotta fix a little mistake here. No problem, though. I know exactly how I'm going to fix it. I will swallow your soul. Okay. So yeah, thanks for asking the question. I like answering questions on stream. Lets me know that somebody has interest in the thing I'm doing. And boop, all fixed. Now we can move on to the next frame. Oh yeah, of course, another thing that makes an animation longer to get done, words, is, well, the scheduling. I mean, keep in mind, I am actually a college student, and so I have to focus a little bit of my time, doing schoolwork. Gotta get that art degree. General art degree, that is. Don't worry about how I'm going to get a job, though. I actually have an employment program that I'm a part of that'll help me out on that front. So, let's see. So yeah, I'm going to I'm pretty, how should I say, cautiously optimistic about where my, career is going. But hey, as long as I'm making art, I'm building a portfolio. Arrgh. So, of course, if you were asking how long I'm going to be on stream, oh, they already left. Well, okay, I'll just answer the question for you guys. If you're wondering how long I'm going to be doing the animation, whatever, I am always on stream for 2 hours. The way I'm going to approach this stream, same as last time, I'm going to come on, words. Going to work on this animation for the first half, and my Kid Chameleon animation for the second half. Hooty-dooty-dooty-doo. Loo, got some apples for you. Loo. Okay. Okie dokie. Oh boy, this is starting to get a little complicated. Better start numbering these frames. Stave it off, 1, 2, 3. Now you can count to 3. Whoopsie doodle. I made an oopsie. I made an oopsie. But it's an easily fixable oopsie. Okay, just gotta goop. And cut. And paste. Merge and 3. There we go. All fixed. Hurdy-durdy-durdy-dur. Okay. Actually, to avoid confusion, I better label these from 0 to 2 in accordance to how the onion skin rendering process numbered the individual files. There. All fixed. And save. And close this thing. And now let's do the next one. Ooh. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this last chunk of frames today. And then next week we can jump on painting backgrounds. Okay. Arg. So, anybody else like He-Man? Because despite the cheap animation quality and the overall 80s cheesiness, I'm gonna say it right now, I love the show unironically. I mean, heck, in some episodes they actually properly develop their characters. Surprisingly enough. And to be honest, I didn't really expect that from this show. And of course, as Phaelus would say, and an online reviewer that I don't know but admire for his work, as Phaelus would say, the show has a sense of humor. Of course, I myself like the show because it builds an alien world that I like to learn about, you know? Plus, you know, I'm already helping my mom collect the toys. I mean, last year for Christmas, I got her a Castle Grayskull. Eh, boy. Not sure if I'll be able to afford a gift for this year, though, unfortunately. It's too bad. Probably wouldn't be able to afford a Snake Mountain anyway. Because that's all that's missing. Well, okay, not really. There's like a million other He-Man toys that we have yet to collect. But got a pretty good collection going on, and once we move into our new house, once all the moving is done, we plan on building a He-Man and the Masters of the Universe display. So yeah, that'll be cool. Anyway, I kind of gave this turd a face, just for the sake of being silly. Look at his turd face. Erg. Yep. There's definitely a perk to using the dirt brush that I made over the pen tool. And that perk is that, well, for a lot of these lines, you can just simply draw them without the guide thingy. And they would still look okay. Herp. And there's his other little baby arm. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be constantly holding these folders open all the time, because having them closed makes it easier to get to the whatever. Get to the other layers when I'm not using the folder that I had open. Whoops, too brown. That's a little too brown. I mean, too dark of a brown. Gotta be able to see his face, you know? Oh boy. One disadvantage of using the dirt brush, sometimes you gotta fill in where the bucket tool misses. Works okay with the lighter colors, but the darker ones are pretty much where it shows a few kinks in the armor. But, you know, these flaws are easily fixable. I mean, no one ever said this animation thing was going to be easy. Except for those people who want work done for free. Ugh. Of course, you know, every now and then I'm willing to do a few free requests, you know, for fun. Of course, recently I've been doing art trades. I mean, considering that a lot of people don't really have the funds to commission me or to buy anything on Redbubble, but I still want to commission people, I find art trades to be a viable solution. Is that the word I'm looking for? Who cares? Oh man, just look at this turd's face. He's all like, kill me. You know another show that I've recently gotten into that I love the shit out of? Mighty Magiswords. Yeah. It once again takes place in another seemingly alien world, but the show is more comedically driven than anything, and I like that. I like me a good comedically driven show. Even though even though that seems to be the only thing Cartoon Network is letting through at the moment. Whoops. Too big. But in any case, I like Mighty Magiswords. It kind of has the same appeal as Shaolin Showdown, kinda. Not for its action scenes, although it does have some pretty decent ones. I mean, it creates a world that I wish I lived in. I mean, dude. all the different Magiswords that are out there. Like, let me think. There's the Hoverboard Magisword, the Excalibur Magisword. Man, oh man. Also, that narrator guy in the show cracks me the hell up. Yep. Excalibur Magisword! Also, the character Vamber, one hot tamale, you know? The character Vamber is hot. Also, she's hilarious. Hot and hilarious. One of my favorite combos in a female cartoon character. That isn't to say that, that isn't to say, of course, that a character has to be attractive to gain my respect. No, that would just be douchey. I'm just saying that I'm just one of many people who appreciate the human form. I mean, hey, a lot of the Renaissance. I mean, hey, a lot of the Renaissance people had a bit of such appreciation. I mean, heck, some of the old masters even straight up dabbled in eroticism, like this guy, Mozart. He made a song literally titled Lick My Ass. I'm not even making this up. The song is literally titled Lick My Ass. Look it up. I mean, if it makes you guys feel any better, physical attractiveness isn't enough for a character to gain my respect. They also have to have a likable personality. Like, a lot of people find, let's say, Rouge the Bat from the Sonic games attractive, but I don't really care much for her because, Because I don't really find her all that appealing of a character. You know what I mean? I mean, sure, she has a sense of humor, which is a trait that I like, but other than that, not much other personality going on for her. Of course, I'm sure a lot of you are gonna ride my ass for saying that, because I'm stomping all over your bat waifu. But, hey, just my silly opinion. I'm not saying she's a terrible character, she's just not my favorite. Meanwhile, a character that's typically portrayed as flat-chested got my respect almost immediately when I played the game. I refer, of course, to Blaze. Although I kind of prefer how she's drawn in the RG comics. Yeah, I'm a blasphemer. Blaze shouldn't have boobs. Well, what if she wanted boobs, huh? I mean, according to the official canon, she gets really pissed off when people talk about her flat-chested, for her flat chest. So maybe she, the character, really wanted a pair, and nobody's considering her feelings whenever they complain about someone drawing her in a style other than flat-chested. You know, kind of like Lena Inverse. So, yeah, I see it as fulfilling the wishes of a character. Yep, she's got the old boob envy anime cliche. Jeez. Well, that's 7 million people that aren't going to be entering my stream again. Because I'm gushing about because I'm gushing about a female character's mammary glands. Oh boy. So, for the few of you that actually stayed, yeah, getting close to finishing little baby Joel holding a pile of turd in his hands. Might as well get these frames of animation completed before, you know, the end of the world next week. Probably won't get the backgrounds done in time for that, but oh well. Them's the breaks. Of course I'm talking out of my ass when I say that it's the end of the world next week. I mean, pretty much everybody's saying that, to be honest. You know, although no one can tell for sure if the world's going to be ending because of whatever happens. But hey, I'm sure, but who knows? Maybe there'll be a way what we can survive. Who knows? I mean, we bounced back after the Great Depression. Oh boy, bad example. Pretty sure nobody who was alive back then even wants to remember the Great Depression. Oh boy. Then again, if something bad does happen, I'll probably be dead by that. Okay, that's too much negative talk for this stream. Too much stinking thinking. If I didn't already lose people for talking about Blaze, then I probably lost the rest by talking about, you know, crap. No one wants to hear me talk about crap. So, instead they want to see me animate crap. Like this crap. I'm animating crap. Yeah, I'm a pile of crap. Maybe expanding. Okay, so, little trick. When your, thingamawhatever doesn't cover all the pixels effectively, using the expand pixels option helps. Yep. Let's get those corn teeth in. Arrgh. And there's another turd completed. Oh, wait, gotta draw his face still. Pooh. Pooh. Okie dokie. Never-ending story. Never-ending story. Oh yeah, another connection between He-Man and Never-ending Story, besides how similar the songs of their two movies sound. Well, well, the guy who voiced Skeletor was also the guy who voiced Falcor from Neverending Story. I still can't get over that, man. It's like, Atreyu! Atreyu! Yeah! Jeez. But yeah, I actually met the guy, like, at Comic-Con, and he's a pretty cool guy. And, if you do some searching on YouTube, you'll find that, he actually quoted Papyrus for a fan. I am the great Papyrus! Oh man, oh man, oh man. I should totally animate that someday. Shouldn't take too long. I mean, it's like, what, 2 seconds or something? Yep. Just gonna add a bunch of projects to my bucket list. You smell like shit, He-Man! Okay, that's enough of that. Talk to the hand, he bitch, because the skull ain't listening. Okay, now I'm just quoting a caption that I read on the internet. Bad Pat, bad Pat. Okay, how many of these frames are repeats? Preview. Okay, so, sorry, I'm staring at the frames I made. Okay, so make a couple copies of this. One, two, three, 4, 0, 7. All the good guys go to heaven. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, hey, all the bad guys go away. Oh, jeez. For those of you who are long-term DDR fans, you probably recognize that little cheat, corny song. Oh, jeez. Some of the songs from DDR I like unironically, but some of them are pretty cornball, I tell ya. Or just schmaltzy. But hey, that's where the term guilty pleasure stems from. Although, as for DDR itself, I most definitely love that game unironically. Oh boy. We are the cartoon heroes, whoa. Something, something there forever. Created by a crazy mind, whoa. Don't know the lyrics to that song. Welcome to the town party. Oh boy. So, guys, what's your favorite DDR song? Uh, let's see. Mine would have to be Burning Heat. You know, the remix of that one song from Gradius, and maybe Breakdown. Both of those songs rock my soul, man. Let's see. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, hey, all the bad guys go away. Or whatever that was. Okay. So let's see. Boop, boop. I'm a Thundercat. 7, 8. Okay. 7, 8. 7, 8. I'm gonna fart through my dick. 7, 8. Okay. Oh, jeez, I'm so silly. I'm a silly boy. I'm a silly boy. Silly, silly boy. I'm a silly boy. A silly boy that won't shut the fuck up. Okay, so... Whoop, accidentally closed the folder that I was holding my animation frames in. Let me just open that back up. So yeah, it's starting to get cold down here. I mean, starting to get cold around here. Preview. Let's see. Okay, it's number 7 that I need. Yep, turd with a face for extra silliness. And for those of you who don't already know, I'm going to have somebody help me with this musically. Yeah, somebody's going to be making the background music of this for me. Okay, let's just turn that invisible while we draw another mouth. Hurdy-dur, hurdy-dur. Just might have just enough frames to, I mean, I might have just enough time to, finish all the animation frames, including the wind. Whoopsie doodle. Oh boy, this pile of shit looks like it shit its pants. Oh god, God, this is so stupid, but I love doing it. I love drawing stupid shit. Oh, jeez. Getting the kind of laugh you get when you know you're drawing stupid shit, but you're doing it anyway. Oh, boy. Okay. Last frame for the... Look at his face. Last frame for the poopy face. Poopy face. Last frame for poopy face. Okay, almost there. Let me just fix that a little. Poop. Arrgh. Man, oh man. I'm so proud of what I'm doing. Yeah, it sounded pretty sarcastic, but I'm not lying. So glad that I'm actually going through with animating this whole thing. Haven't done a full-on honest-to-goodness animation since, that It Doesn't Make Sense music video I made several years back. And by several, I mean, like, 3? 4? I don't remember. But yeah, that's back when I was just beginning to learn about animating, and I was kind of using a version of Flash that I borrowed from a library. And by that I mean I was using it on their computer. In any case, there's the poop. Poop. Poo. It's poop. Poop. He pooped. He poop-a-doop-dooped. Okay, I'm gonna need 8 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I made 8 copies of the body, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing I did with the Kermit walk cycle. Sort of sandwich these layers on top of each other. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. Basically, I take the frame with the body on it and sandwich it in between the 2 layers with the same name. Hang on, I'll pull it up on screen so I can show you. Let's see, screen capture. You see, this is what I'm doing right here. Made several copies of the layer with the still body and sandwiched it in between the 2 layers with the same name. One has the top layer, the other has the bottom layer. I'd explain the whole process, but it's kind of confusing to talk about. So yeah, at this point I'm just merging the layers into their proper designations. So, yeah. I think I'll make my own OC for Mighty Magiswords. I mean, It's a fairly new venue, but I can tell that it's gaining popularity. So yeah, I think I'll jump on the making fan art for Mighty Magiswords, since I love the series so much. Maybe I'll even make my own fan-made Magisword. Maybe I'll be one of those dorks that goes to conventions dressed as their OC that nobody cares about. I mean, it happens all the time, you know? Whoop, made one layer too many. Okay, don't need that. Okay, let's just get these layers out of the folder so I can test them in the onion skin mode. Okay. Onion skin mode. Activate. Okay. Didn't goof up anywhere. Let's turn on autoplay. Okay, I'm going to fix a little something. Eh, boy. This here eyeball needs a little bit of fixing up. Merge. There we go. Okay, I'm going to turn autoplay on again. Okay, that looks a bit better. Let me just, oh, it's already on screen, so you guys can see it. Okay, because last time I was streaming this, it wasn't really showing the thing on screen. So yeah, those frames are officially complete, and come on, let me get back to the thing. Oh, need to close the window. Okay, let's save it. And let's export the layers in a new folder. Okie dokie. Let's render. And while it's doing that, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. Although, from the looks of things, it's about time to switch to the Kid Chameleon animation that I'm working on. So, yeah, I'm gonna switch to that, but before then, I'm going to take a quick break. So, don't you guys go anywhere, okay? And we're back, people. So, now we're going to be working on my Kid Chameleon animation. Specifically, the Mario frames. Yeah, basically I'm making fun of how uncomfortably similar Kid Chameleon is to Mario. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still like the game, but if you played it, you'd know what I'm talking about. hitting blocks with your head and getting items that come out that change your form. Yep. Sounds pretty familiar, yes. I'm making fun of it because I love it. Okay, maybe not love it, but, you know, still a fun game to play. I mean, dude, you get to turn into a friggin' skull head guy that drives a tank. That's pretty badass. Yeah. So, just like the frames with Kid Chameleon, several of them are going to be repeats of each other, so gonna have to take that into account when I'm inking these. But yeah, from here you can see how I depicted a really pissed off Mario. Yeah. Kind of drew inspiration from both Calvin and Hobbes and several of the works of Osamu Tezuka. Much like Osamu Tezuka, you got a character whose mouth is, sticking out the side of his mustache. And like Calvin and Hobbes, you got this crumpled up eyebrow thing going on. Like how characters in Calvin and Hobbes get pissed off, you know? Yeah, I like drawing the scrunched up, pissed off face. Gets an inner giggle out of me. Arrgh.